Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Monday the 6th of September 2021 and we're producing our gold and silver morning update and price forecast. Last Friday's disastrous Nonfarm payroll report as highlighted in our weekend update, and we've produced links or published links to the two videos we published over the weekend in the description box below. These non-farm payrolls have set the scene for precious metal prices this morning, at least to some degree. Silver has risen a little, although gold has fallen back just a touch. There is limited US economic data out this week, and so geopolitical affairs may have more of a bearing than they have in recent weeks. And of course, any announcements that may be forthcoming from other central banks and world governments. The crypto market is once again on fire. So let's take a look. Welcome to Illuminati Silver. It's Monday, 6th of September 2021, 09:45 a.m. GMT +1. And there is fog. A lot of fog. In fact, so much fog we can only see a few feet in front of us. And we wonder whether Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, can see only a few feet in front of him as he returns to Parliament amid, according to the headline, a tax revolt. What's this all about? Well, Boris Johnson returns to Parliament this week facing a backlash from members of his Conservative Party amid reports he is planning a manifesto-breaking tax hike, you've heard it, on British workers to boost funding for social care. Tory lawmakers and former ministers are warning that the Prime Minister risks losing voters if he goes ahead with a £10 billion or $14 billion increase in national insurance, something the 2019 Conservative Manifesto pledged not to do. Jacob Rees-Mogg, the leader of the House of Commons, used a newspaper column to remind readers that former US President George H.W. Bush, and I'm old enough to remember this, paid a heavy political price for breaking his read my lips, no new taxes pledge in 1988. Taxes are on their way, regardless of which side of the pond you may reside. Stocks rise as traders weigh Fed taper outlook. European stocks rose with US equity index futures as investors bet slower hiring in the world's largest economy may delay a tapering of Federal Reserve stimulus. Aluminium hit a decade high amid political unrest in Guinea. So basically, as we produced over the weekend in our updates, the non-farm payrolls were so disappointing that now many are beginning to believe that early tapering of the US bond buying program is very unlikely this year. And this, of course, is good news for equity markets and technically for gold and silver. Except that, of course, if the result of this is a slowdown in global growth, then silver will be adversely affected, though we'll see in a moment. At the moment, it's holding strong. On the BBC front, generally, IKEA struggles to supply 1,000 product lines. Company fined £150,000 for making nuisance calls. Almost 50 shops a day disappear from high streets. And this was the case, not at that rate, but this was the case some 20 years ago or 30 years ago, with the advent of hypermarkets and supermarkets taking business from in-town stores. Many local communities fought back by trying to boost within city shopping. And now, of course, the advent of online and Amazon, and previously eBay before that, but Amazon in particular, stores now just cannot afford to continue paying the rates that they incur when shops like or organizations like Amazon have massive economies of scale. Jobs market set for bumpy ride, says think tank. Those still on furlough face uncertain times when the scheme ends, the Resolution Foundation says. In the United States, it's all about Afghanistan and Storm Ida. Interestingly, Capitol riot QAnon shaman pleads guilty, and poor US jobs growth shows Delta impact. So what's happening financially? Well, the dollar's up a little, 0.2, at 92.24. Energy, oil prices marginally down, $0.50. Equity markets on Friday, we reported this in the weekend update and we put a link in the description box below. Dow was down on the day, so was the S&P on the day, and the Nasdaq was up. And on the week, the S&P and Nasdaq were higher. Asia Pacific overnight, quite strong in fact, over 1.5% rises and trying to touch 2% increases. And Europe and UK today up broadly 0.5%. Economic data, as we mentioned on the weekend, very little data this coming week. We have the Labor Day bank holiday, and we wish everyone in America a happy Labor Day holiday. Tuesday, there's nothing scheduled. So really, we're not going to have any data until Wednesday. But the most important, perhaps, for the week will be the initial jobless claims, supporting or not, as the case may be, the non-farm payrolls and the producer price index on Friday. So we're going to be data deficient this week. What's happened to gold this morning? Well, it initially rose, as we thought it might, but it's fallen back a little, and it's currently down $2.41 at 18.25. As long as we stay above that 1800 level, we should be fine. Silver rose quite strongly, fell back quite strongly, and has recovered quite strongly, but is beginning to fall back again. But it's up 5 cents at 24.79. Again, listen to our weekend update and we give you our forecast for the week. Cryptocurrencies, well, up basically. Global market cap is now 2.35 trillion. For those who've been following us, we've predicted anything from a 2.5 to 3 trillion market cap this year, just showing how robust the crypto market is at the moment. And to give you an idea, broadly speaking, the gold market, the entire world gold market is 9 trillion. So by the end of this year, crypto will be worth at least a third. Some are saying it could actually rise, because normally towards the end of the year and the beginning of the new year, you have what they call a blow-off top. It could rise to 5, 6, 7 trillion. We don't think it'll go that high, frankly, but we certainly see a 3 trillion crypto market in 2021, with Bitcoin now having surpassed very strongly the $50,000 level and is currently trading at 51,698. That's it for now. Very short this week. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Keep safe. Watch the news closely. We're not expecting fireworks this week unless it's on the geopolitical front. Economic data will be slim, but we will be watching what's going on in Europe and the rest of the world, because we suspect some of the major central banks will be making some small policy announcements during the course of the week. Until our next video. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.